Do I need an employee handbook for my New York State employees? That's a common question I get from small business owners who maybe only have 1 to 5 employees. And so I want to address that in this particular video. I'm Nancy Schick of 30-Year Conflict Resolution. I'm an employment attorney and mediator based in New York City, where I've had my practice for the past 21 years. The short answer is it's not legally required for you to have an employee handbook per se. However, there are mandatory policies that you have to have in your break room posted where all of your employees could see it. And in New York now, it's been required for a couple of years that you also need to give your employees access to those online in some form. You can send them by email, or you can have a shared folder on your drive, something like that. The first part of that is, again, it's not necessarily mandatory that you bind it into a special document where you hired someone to write an employee handbook. However, you do have to have those mandatory policies. The other thing I want you to think about here is that an employee handbook is a lot more than just what am I legally required to tell my employees. It's also where you get an opportunity to lay the foundation for that relationship. It's where you share the mission that you have as a business, what you foresee that employee's role is, or all of your employees. It's a communication tool that really can bridge a lot of those gaps. That's why I like to have my clients first look at their core values, and then we weave them in to the employee policies. You still have those mandatory ones, but you also have this wonderful opportunity to build employment as a partnership. That's what I'm going to cover more in my next series of Q&A videos. We are doing the 30 Thursdays again at 3 p.m. on the third Thursday of every month. And this month, we're going to go over some of the basics of employee handbooks, and we'll start getting into each individual section. I know a lot of employers have difficulty with this, even very large ones. I focus on this for the small, but you are welcome to come whether you're a manager, CEO of a big corporation, or if you're an employee and you just want to understand a little bit more about what to expect from your employer. There's a lot you can tell about your employer and whether you're at a compatible organization from your employee handbook. I'll get into that. I'll put a link in the notes to the video. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Then in the meantime, keep listening with your third ear for those hurts you can heal.